Good evening, I'm Haley Wilkes.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story, the Bradenton Police Department's investigation into a shooting that left a 12-year-old boy dead.
Police say there are many moving parts within this investigation, including how the boy's brother got a hold of the gun. ABC 7's Erica Jackson is joining us from the scene of this deadly shooting in the Bradenton Village community live tonight. Erica.
Good evening. It's unclear if the gun came from inside the home, but Bradenton's mayor tells us that all of the homes under the Bradenton Housing Authority like these should be following its no firearms policy.
I was shocked. I couldn't believe it.
After Benjamin Kraft's overnight shift at the Tropicana facility, he woke up to police officers and investigators next to his home.
Yellow tape was around the house and everywhere, and I was like, what was going on?
Bradenton police detectives are actively investigating the shooting death of 12-year-old Abraham Luna. Police say the boy's 13-year-old brother accidentally shot Abraham around 1 Thursday afternoon. EMS began life-saving efforts, but he passed away shortly after at Manatee Memorial Hospital.
They don't know the concept or what's going on. I advise anybody when they have any weapons or something like that, just put it in a lock or safe or something.
Police are still investigating how Abraham's 13-year-old brother got a hold of the gun. Bradenton Mayor Wayne Poston tells us the Bradenton Housing Authority has a policy against firearms, but it's not mentioned in their admission and continued occupancy policies approved last September. The Bradenton Housing Authority declined to comment on the shooting and its policy. Some neighbors say they are aware of the guidelines, but Kraft says he was in the dark.
If it's like that, they just should let people know beforehand and let them know what's going on. That's the policy like that.
You cannot have unsecured guns around kids, and these were young kids. These were 12 and 13-year-old kids.
But gun control advocate Carol Resigno says Abraham's death could have been avoided, adding guns should always be locked and out of children's reach.
It's just such a tragedy, and sometimes it's a preventable tragedy.
Neighbors tell us Abraham was a very polite young boy as well as his brother, and they both could often be seen outside playing soccer. And that's why many of the Luna family members are on social media changing their Facebook profile pictures to a photo of a soccer ball and a black ribbon, which represents remembrance and mourning. Reporting live in Bradenton, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Erica, thank you. A Manatee County jury is hearing directly from the Bradenton man on trial now for killing his girlfriend's toddler. 37-year-old Richard Williams took the stand in his own defense. He's accused of second-degree murder in the death of William Quincy Pollard 2 years ago. Courtney Pollard left her 17-month-old son in Williams's care. Prosecutors say the boy died as a result of blunt force trauma to his head. However, Williams denies ever hitting the boy.
Do any of those things to him?
No. I did not. I loved him.
You didn't strike him in any way?
If convicted, Williams could face up to life in prison.
Jury selection is now underway for the trial involving the Punta Gorda police chief. Chief Tom Lewis is on administrative leave. He's also facing a second-degree misdemeanor charge of culpable negligence for the death of 73-year-old Mary Knowlton. She was fatally shot by former officer Lee Cole during a role-playing demonstration last August. Cole was fired from the department and also faces charges. Last month, the judge denied Lewis's request to have those charges dismissed.
A necropsy is planned to figure out how and why a dead pilot whale washed up on the shore of Siesta Key this morning. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies were called to Crescent Beach right near Point of Rocks around 3 o'clock this morning. Deputies found the 12-foot whale on the shore. Deputies then called Mote Marine Lab's Stranding Investigations Program to help. Responders towed the whale to Ken Thompson boat ramp. Scientists say pilot whales are not typically seen so close to shore because they live in deep water.
It's rare, and we typically don't see just one. In my nearly 20 years of doing this, I've only had, that I can think of, 2 that have stranded alone. So, we're in high alert right now to make sure that there aren't other animals out there that are about to hit our beaches.
Well, Marine Lab urges anyone who sees a stranded or dead dolphin, whale, or sea turtle in Manatee or Sarasota counties to contact its Stranded Investigations program.
Some good news for beachgoers on the Suncoast. The no swim advisory that was in place in Venice has now been lifted. The advisory for Service Club Park and Venice Fishing Pier had been in place since yesterday. Today, officials with the Florida Department of Health in Sarasota County received testing results from samples in that area. They say the bacteria is at a safe level. Visitors can return to water activities, and the no swim advisory signs have now been removed.
Just in time for the weekend, huh?
And you might need it because you might need to get in there and cool off, Bob, because it is quite hot out there.
It is. Water temperatures also warming up into the upper 80s now, 87 degrees last check. It could have gone a little higher in the last hour or so, but you can see not much rain out there to cool us down either. Things are rather dry as expected. Some drier air has moved in as a result of the sinking air with the high pressure ridge, kind of warms things up a bit. A few showers down to our south. We'll get a little bit of activity possibly along the sea breeze front. This is more than likely a prescribed burn here, and that is going on in Sarasota County. You'll notice it doesn't move much here. It just kind of moves off to the north. Not much rain depicted, at least by the radar picture along the coast, and should stay that way through this evening. Now, the remnants of what was Cindy continues to move through parts of Tennessee tonight, also bringing some heavy rainfall there into northern sections of Alabama and even into central Mississippi. Some pretty heavy storms, but for the most part, that is gone. And our current conditions, we have sunshine, just a few clouds around the heat index at 95. Yesterday it was 100 at this time, the dew point 72. And winds are out of the west-southwest at 10. The pressure falling ever so slightly, but high pressure expected to dominate our weather through the weekend, which usually means pretty nice weather. Details and all that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. City of Sarasota prohibits lodging outdoors, but the settlement of a 2-year lawsuit means homeless individuals can no longer be arrested for it. A federal judge approving the settlement Thursday, which states the city cannot enforce its code against lodging unless other arrangements are available. Right now, the city has a contract with the Salvation Army for 20 emergency beds. Sarasota police say the settlement will not change how their critically acclaimed homeless outreach unit operates. The ACLU says most changes will be how individuals are treated at the Salvation Army.
To us, this is the new standard in how municipalities and governments should treat unsheltered individuals who are homeless with dignity.
This doesn't change the way that we operate dealing with homeless in our community. As a matter of fact, over 2 years, closer to 3 years, we have already been doing everything that's in this settlement agreement.
Salvation Army can no longer put people on the floor mats. Individuals in emergency beds can store property with them, and they don't have to partake in any religious services.
The Sarasota Housing Authority is taking part in a national effort to get more kids to read. The organization is trying to collect thousands of books to pass out to children living in public housing. The program is called Book Rich Environment. The president and CEO of the Sarasota Public Housing Authority says you would be surprised how few households actually have books.
You know, honestly, if they were to take these home and not return them, we're okay with that too. I mean, we really want them to be accessing the books and having them in the home.
Not all kids have easy access to libraries. That is why this program is so important. If you would like to donate some children's books, you can stop by the Housing Authority's office on North Orange Avenue near 19th Street in Sarasota.
And I bet there are a lot of families out there who have those books that the kids have now outgrown.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And they're just sort of sitting there collecting dust, and I think this would be a great use for them.
Great way to have them live on.
Yep. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, the eroding shoreline at Lido Beach. The options residents have to protect their properties while the renourishment project is still on hold.
And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast for the weekend. Plus the hopes and hurdles for the Senate Republican health care bill. What's next?
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Things are headed to new heights at the historic Oslo this summer. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Incredibello features big hair and big stunts. You won't want to miss it when we get on stage to give circus life a try. It's hard to get kids off the couch in the summer. We have ways to help them avoid weight gain, plus hurricane preparedness for your pets. And Harry's Continental Kitchen joins us in our kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Feld Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Bo Jest is at the Players Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Bo Jest.
Today, the battle over the Senate GOP health care plan heads into the next phase, possible negotiations.
Right now, the bill to repeal and replace Obamacare does not have enough Republican senators to pass. ABC's Kenneth Moten explains where things go from here.
President Trump at the White House focused on Veterans Affairs Friday.
We've already achieved transformative change at the VA, and believe me, we're just getting started.
Also getting started, negotiations on the Senate GOP health care bill. The president telling Fox News it's complicated.
It's a very, very narrow path, but I think we're going to get there.
The Republican plan to replace the Affordable Care Act facing major opposition. Moderates worry it guts Obamacare too much.
This bill that's currently in front of the United States Senate, not the answer.
Several top health and medical groups agree. The March of Dimes saying it's disappointed Senate leadership has failed to protect pregnant women, infants, and families. At least 4 conservatives, including Rand Paul, also coming out strong against the bill.
I didn't run on allowing the death spiral of Obamacare to continue just to subsidize it with taxpayer money.
The bill ends the requirement that everyone must have health insurance, offers tax credits to help Americans buy coverage, but scraps subsidies to lower costs, rolls back the Obamacare expansion of Medicaid, but leaves in place protections for people with pre-existing conditions. That could be a major sticking point for House Republicans who are paying close attention to what's happening in the Senate.
Just like in the House, that is a starting point. It's not the end point.
The head of the House Freedom Caucus says he believes the Senate bill does not have enough conservative support to pass in the House. So what to expect next week? Negotiations, details on the potential impact on Americans, and not likely but possible, a vote before the July 4th recess. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Great day.
Yeah, pretty
hot,
nice.
But
hot,
I
but
think
beautiful.
the beach.
Yeah, we got a few more months of that, you know.
Just a few.
Yeah. It's actually hotter north, it has been, in west than it has down here in Florida
Wow.
for about a week now. We are looking at a pretty decent weekend, too. I know we have a big golf tournament tomorrow for the boat races. It kind of kicks everything off. Should be a good tournament. No problems with weather, and also it's sold out, so a well-attended event every year for that. And again, Lakewood Ranch webcam showing fair weather cumulus clouds moving through. Not much rain at all. It doesn't even look that ominous, so things are going to stay pretty quiet through this evening, it looks like. A slight chance at 20% for an isolated shower to pop up here and there. In the rest of the tropics, all is fairly quiet right now. We're not looking at much going on. We have this upper level feature that continues to make its way across the Yucatan Peninsula. You can see that counterclockwise swirl right there, making its way very slowly off toward the west. No worries about that developing at this time. A lot of moisture in the western Caribbean. Elsewhere in the Atlantic, all is quiet, and that's the way we like it. Right now we have 88 degrees, clear skies. The dew point is up there. It makes it feel a little bit warmer at 95, and winds are out of the west-southwest at 10. The pressure 29.99 inches, and that is holding steady. Dew point temperatures are all in the low to mid-70s, although 78 in Key West, surrounded by water there a little higher, and Tallahassee now at 76, Pensacola at 76 degrees. Temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. This is typical for this time. Right around now, usually into the upper 80s to right around 90 degrees. And it looks as though temperatures inland areas a little bit warmer as expected. Avon Park and Sebring both at 94 degrees, into the mid to upper 80s right near the water. Cortez at 86. The Gulf water temperature now did warm. It's up to 88 degrees now. So even when the sea breeze develops, you're not going to get much of a cooling effect because the water temperature is really starting to heat up. And 91 in Punta Gorda, Northport at 90. And the forecast for Saturday does call for lots of sunshine. So if you're heading to the area beaches, going out boating, make sure you put on plenty of sunscreen to protect yourself out there. The UV index will be very high, and temperatures will be high on top of that. Near the beaches into the upper 80s, inland areas low to mid 90s, just like we're seeing right now. Well, the Futurecast showing 1 or 2 showers are possible this evening. The rain chance not all that high. Again, tomorrow look for lots of sunshine, a few clouds throughout the morning and afternoon. A few showers developing along that sea breeze front, but not many at all. It stays relatively dry on Sunday, maybe a little bit better chance for a few scattered storms along the sea breeze front. You see that right there. It's tough to keep those showers down this time of year with temperatures soaring in the low 90s to mid 90s. And now temperatures out west. It is hotter in Dallas and Albuquerque and Phoenix and Reno at 92 now in Reno. Temperatures have cooled over the Great Lakes, so 77 in Toronto, Detroit 77, Cleveland 76, and Toledo at 78 degrees, and 77 now in Kansas City. A cooler 58 in Denver. They were just in the upper 90s 2 days ago. Well, the satellite and radar picture continues to show the remnants of what was Cindy moving through Tennessee, and this is a cold front kind of merging with the whole system right now, and that is causing some showers and storms to be rather active this evening across parts of the mid-Mississippi Valley. For boaters, it shapes up to be a pretty nice boating weekend. Southeast winds turn to the southwest at 10 knots, and there'll be a light chop out there. The UV index 10 high, and the water temperature warm too at 88 degrees. So enjoy the boating. Now it should be a very good weekend for that. Low tide 8:19 and a high tide at 2:50. Sunset will be at 8:28 tonight. Partly cloudy. There it is, just a slight chance for a passing shower, 76. Tomorrow, the high temperature will warm into the upper 80s to low 90s. Upper 80s near the beaches, 90 away from the water, and a 30% chance for a few scattered storms in the afternoon. The extended forecast, better chances for rain as we begin the work week next week, with chances above 50% throughout most of it. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Right now, there's some backup on I-75 northbound lanes, but it's just a small section there right near Clark Road, and then it clears up right after that as you head north towards Manatee County. And remember, when there is a bad crash or maybe a traffic issue here on the Suncoast, you can find out about it instantly. All you have to do is download our My Suncoast app. You'll get traffic alerts, important news updates, even weather forecasts delivered directly to your phone. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, injuries from commonly used baby items are on the rise. A study published in the journal Pediatrics looked at injuries from products such as cribs, baby carriers, and strollers between 1991 and 2011. About 66,000 children 3 years or younger are treated in emergency rooms for nursery product-related injuries every year. And the number of injuries increased over the last 8 years of the study. 80% of injuries are caused by a child falling, and carriers were responsible for the largest number of injuries. Disturbing news about the opioid epidemic. There was a 99% increase in emergency room visits for opioid-related illnesses from 2005 to 2014. That's according to the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality. These ER visits reached 1.27 million in a single year. The biggest increase in hospitalizations and ER visits was among people ages 25 to 44. And women are now as likely to be admitted for inpatient treatment for opioids as men. The Food and Drug Administration has approved a more convenient version of a blood cancer drug. Currently, many leukemia and lymphoma patients are treated with Roche's Rituxan. The IV drip takes several hours. The new version, called Rituxan Hycela, is injected in only about 6 minutes, and the cost is the same. Coming up, a mid-air emergency, why a JetBlue plane had to make an emergency landing in such a hurry. And a gorilla takes the internet by storm. A zoo releases this dancing video, and it is obviously quickly going viral.
I dream of the creature by night and by day. Wielding my weapon, I slaughter my prey. 2,000 cash, I'll be rolling in dough. So hey, a big monster, come out from below. So hey, a big monster, come out from below. The Furniture Warehouse.
Save big during the 4th of July clearance and pay no interest for 48 months with same-day pickup or next-day delivery. This special purchase double reclining sofa for only $4.99. This special purchase white Florida bedroom for $5.99, and the matching nightstand is free. This special purchase Serta Perfect Sleeper Queen set for $3.99. Exclusively at the Furniture Warehouse in Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, Port Charlotte, and Ellington.
And save big.
If you are age 85 or younger, a final expense policy for seniors can pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. You don't need a medical exam, and you can have lifetime coverage. Your premiums won't increase, your benefits won't decrease, and the policy cannot be canceled. To receive free information about final expense plans from a licensed agent in the Angel Care Network, call now.
Call 800-676-1339.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
This year's Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix will feature 2 full days of racing off Lido Beach on July 1st and 2nd. Meet race teams up close during the Boats on Main downtown block party on Friday, June 30th. Don't miss the Grand Prix Fan Fest on July 1st and 2nd, where you can see race boats launch and watch the races live from under a large tent. There will be music, food, fan zones, and vendors. VIP race day viewing tickets are available at SarasotaPowerboatGrandPrix.org.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at MySuncoast.com/dining.
Some scary moments for passengers and crews as their plane was forced to make an emergency landing. This JetBlue flight landed in Charleston, South Carolina this morning after crew members reported seeing smoke in the cockpit. The plane was on its way to Fort Lauderdale from New York when it made that emergency landing. 97 people were on board. There are no reports of any injuries, and the FAA is now investigating. A Georgia man will try to complete an historic swim this weekend. He wants to be the first person to take a solo swim across 2 Hawaiian islands. 55-year-old Chris Shoup is a swim coach from Atlanta, and he says it's always been his dream to swim all of the Hawaiian islands.
I got a lot of nerves and a lot of apprehensions and stuff, but just like when I did Ironman races and everything else, as soon as the gun goes off and I start moving, it all goes aside.
His first swim is 75 miles, and it's expected to take him at least 32 hours to complete, but he will have a team with him supplying him with water, food, and words of encouragement.
Some people in Indiana have found the ultimate way to relax. Just combine yoga with beer. These yoga lovers met at a brew house, and in between downward facing dogs and cobra poses, they took a few sips of beer. Instructors say it's a way to make the sometimes serious practice more lively. Right now, only a few beer yoga classes are scheduled, but organizers are hoping to make it a permanent feature. I think I would get really dizzy if I was in the downward dog. I don't know. I think I'd wait till after. But anyways, this is great. Not a lot of gorillas love the water like this one. The Dallas Zoo captured video of a gorilla named Zola showing off his breakdancing moves in a swimming pool. Zola is a 14-year-old Western lowland gorilla. Was first seen in a viral video years ago when he lived at the Calgary Zoo, so he's quite the celebrity, has quite the personality. The zoo posted this dancing video on YouTube earlier this week, and then a tech-savvy user added some matching music to the song Maniac from the movie Flashdance, which is perfect for that, because he really is getting crazy in there.
That is awesome.
He's just having fun.
Yep.
Just enjoyed himself. That's the best. Great spirit. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, President Trump fulfills a campaign promise. How a new law will help make sure veterans get better health care and services in the future.
Plus, the beginning of a new sport on the Suncoast, a new activity that will soon be available for some high school athletes. That story coming up.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.